Something I'm not too happy with is that it seems strong, really, really high level, highest level devils uh, that reside at the bottom of the Glyphos seem to get handed down to some fodder character, and people may like or dislike Sister Lily, but she was not portrayed as a particularly strong character. She's not a magic knight. She has magic and she seemed to be capable but not a strong magic user. So to me it seems kind of a waste to put such high level devils onto low level characters. Maybe this is just an in-between, and we will see these devils to be passed on to stronger characters. Um, it's specifically Beelzebub, um, who was the adversary of Juno, and it seemed like the brother, the original holder of Beelzebub, having had his match, his kind of personal match with Juno in the Spade Kingdom, that Beelzebub would be an adversary left for Juno again. That there would be some relationship or some connection built between these two. I even have the slight gut feeling that Juno at some point in the story might be tempted to become a devil host as well, in a situation where he seems to hit a boundary, seeing as usually it takes being a devil host to use two kinds of magics, your own and the devil's magic. Juno already has two kinds of magic, his wind magic and his star magic. Were Juno to become a devil host, he'd possibly were able to use three kinds of magic. That sounds really overpowered. That sounds really OP. But at the same time, that makes for a very, very interesting antagonist. I'm still torn between whether I'd like to see Yuno become a real antagonist, as I feel Tabata, the mangaka, plays a lot with shonen stereotypes in Black Clover, building Asta and to be a very, very, very classic shonen protagonist, and Yuno being a very, very classic shonen rival, being the stoic, cool, talented guy, kind of like Sasuke, but without any kind of hatred or anger inside him. On the other hand, their rivalry seems to be free of hatred. It seems to be a very, very brotherly rivalry. So a thing that I said in other videos that always fascinates me about Black Clover is how it at one time plays with shonen stereotypes and is so extremely predictable and so extremely cliche, shonen cliche, and then breaks with certain standards, with certain ways of how to write the story and present characters, like the rivalry between Asta and Yuno. But also I think the fight that is most representative for this point that I want to make is the fight Magna versus Dante. where Magna, through very, very intelligent and nifty application of his magic, evened out the playing field between him and Dante and was able to take down a character that seemed like such a pivotal, such an important antagonist that seemed to be built up to be Asta's match. And then Asta arrived there trying to get ready for his rematch with Dante, and everyone being shocked to see Magna took out Dante, like, whoo, unexpected but amazing. I mean, that scene is that scene speaks for this unexpected and unconventional kind of writing that Tabata sometimes sprinkles in. So the story might progress very unpredictable, very unconventional compared to shonen stories. And the same might be for Yuno. So there might be a very mutual but friendly rivalry between those two, which is kind of refreshing. I think it's great how Tabata manages to not play down Yuno, at the same time keep him as a relevant, strong character, but don't let him drift into that cliche dark rival. But there is kind of that urge in me, that gut feeling that I want to see him go down the Sasuke route, like to become a Sasuke 2.0. Maybe that's the Naruto, that story that influenced me too much. But it's kind of interesting to think about Yuno acquiring a devil. The relevance of devils in the future of the story will be interesting if there are other friendly, non-hostile devils. Maybe other devils might go down a similar path like Libe and the four devils that are signed up to Nacht. Also, speaking of Nacht, we got to see a devil union. We got to see Nacht use a devil union with two devils out of his four simultaneously. I really hope to see at some point in the story a devil union with three and ultimately four devils simultaneously. Also something that I want to see and I think we are going to see. But like I said, I see the possibility of other devils choosing a similar path, walking a similar route, and maybe choosing to ally with the humans. The other high-ranking devils might not particularly be fond of being ordered around by Lucius, aka Julius, the former last Wizard King. They might actually want to be free of him, and they might not even share that deep hatred towards humans. They might look down on them, but not have a personal hatred towards them. And a devil that I see might possibly side with humans, or I thought in the past would side, was Adramelech. But another one that I thought could change sides was Beelzebub. So I want to throw out the theory that Tabata chose Sister Lily as the current devil host for Beelzebub, as he didn't want the current host to be the final host of Beelzebub. Sister Lily being defeated, Beelzebub getting freed up from control, and then possibly choosing to side with Yuno, which would kind of bring the loop together, giving Yuno the ability to use 3 kinds of magic, 3 schools of magic, being able to use wind magic, star magic, and spatial magic. And Yuno, that would symbolize, make Yuno even more be the polar opposite to Asta, someone who has 0 magic, to Yuno, someone who has 3 kinds of magic. Of course, we know Asta has anti-magic, which is the power to nullify, to even and cancel out all magic. So a character, a person with the ultimate properties, with 3 very special, unique abilities, 3 kinds of magic, versus Asta, someone who has anti-magic, 2 very, very opposing ways of strength. Like 2 sides of a coin, but then at the same time like 2 directions in the sky, like north and south, east and west. So that might be, if it plays out that way, I think that would be interesting. I don't feel Yuno might necessarily have to be that dark, hateful antagonist. So, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you like this video, if you like my content, give a like and subscribe. So, thank you very much.